about when we co-parented, right? We had a child before we got married. Okay, we got married 5 years ago, and so we had a child in 2008. So there was a time where we were co-parenting, and I was just people ask like, how did we make it through that? Because it's rare that people do, and so we were just sharing some stuff. That's it. What's up, y'all? It's one more. It's one more I want to bring on here. Uh, Somebody said I want to ask, where do I live? I live in America. Uh, Watching me in person is 100. We co-parent at one point. Yeah. So, where's the person I want to bring on here? Let me see. Thank you, guys. I'm ready. I'm trying to bring on some people. I'm gonna be honest with you, like that I've seen that's been supporting for a minute. I always want to get an opportunity. So let me see. Oh, here we go, Meg. Okay, cool. I got you. It's the last one. I'm out of here. You gotta make the question. Hey, this thing be hard and mud to put people on. Oh man. There we go. All right. Which state in America? I live in Texas, the great state of Texas. Meg, I got you. It says I'm waiting on you to come on. Managing my family and career is hard. Yeah, it's tough. It's not easy. You know, I'm an introverted person, so by nature, you know, me giving a lot of energy out drains me. You know, so like that's why I'm not like on live every single day. That's why like I'm a very protector over my energy. Protect your peace, hence. So but you know, my friend Jonathan said on a podcast interview I did with him about when your priorities are when you're always going to be out of balance when your priorities aren't in order. So I always think about that. So I just make sure my priorities in order. You know, family, you know, it's God, family, and then you know this. You guys know what I believe in. You know, I don't want to be a success to the world. I'm not a success to my family. So I'm just balancing. You know, that's why I step away. Like I'm not afraid to disconnect. Not afraid to not make videos. Not afraid to like step back and just focus on what needs to be focused on. So even during this quarantine, I've been doing work, but I've been using this time as a blessing to connect with my family more, you know, just to be real with you. So, and that's something I'm never going to regret. Okay, I don't think balance is something that you can find, by the way. I don't. I feel like trying to find balance just drive you crazy. Our songs. You'll come alive. Okay, I'll bring you on live. Let's see. I'll try to bring you on, Meg. It won't let me. All right. Kate, maybe. What's your name? Hello. What's your name? Is it Kate?
It's Kate. How's it going?
I'm doing good. Just chilling on this Sunday night. Oh, you know what I'm supposed to be watching right now? I'm sorry, so random.
What?
The Michael Jordan documentary. I gotta go home. But yeah, that's
so good.
It is. It's like the final night too. So I recorded it though, so I'll be up late.
I've only seen the first 4 episodes, but it's unreal.
Yeah, it's good. So what's up? What question do you have? Or where are you from, by the way?
I'm in Canada. I actually seen you in Toronto, I guess.
Oh, you came to Rise?
Yeah.
Cool. How was your experience seeing me live? Like, how did you like it?
Yeah, honestly, I had never been introduced to you until I seen you on stage. So it was really amazing. So powerful.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, my question for you would be like, what is your biggest practice? I guess when practicing faith, like how do you really just like surrender?
Yeah. Oh, that's deep.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm about to like try to go deep when I start doing all this, right? So, let me start here. For me, my faith is, obviously my definition of faith is believing the odds are beatable even when the odds are impossible, right? It's believing for me, trusting God no matter what, no matter how it may seem, what it may seem, is just trusting God. The reason that I'm able, I feel like, to have faith in such difficult times is not because of I think sometimes we think about faith is about moving forward, which that requires faith. But my faith is built upon my past experiences, right? My faith is built upon knowing that for me, God has delivered over and over and over in my life, time after time after time again. I've overcame adversity. I've overcame struggles. I overcame the hardest thing in my life, which was losing football.
Right.
I know that might seem like funny, like not a big deal to certain people, but that was my life, So, my faith is built in that. And as far as practices, it's me connecting with God. Am I echoing?
Yeah.
Am I good? I sound like I'm echoing.
No, I can hear you. You're good.
Okay, cool. So it's me, my conversation with him, my relationship with God, but it's also me getting into environments where my peace is protected, so I can have those conversations. So me, it's nature all the time. You probably see that, me hiking and me protecting my peace out there. And then it's also me acting on what I say that I want to achieve in my life. And so it's me attacking my impossibilities. So my faith is strengthened when I can show myself through my, faith in God, through my faith in, just hard work. I can show myself that it's possible. And so the more that I do things that seem impossible in my life and I make it possible, it could be running 2 miles. It could be whatever. My faith is built because I know the only limitations in our life are the ones that we set. The only possibilities that exist are the ones we create. And so I just know that if it's God's will for my life, it will happen. But I know that faith, it's not faith, one, if it's not tested, and it's not faith if you're not acting on something that you can't even see.
Right.
So I'm always acting on the impossibility. So I believe that faith is believing a door will open for your life that don't even exist. So you might be thinking how is this going to happen? And it's I can leave this with rehab time. Literally, I know there's people in here that have been knowing me from 2010, 11. They probably can contest to this. And for me to be where it's at today is just faith because I could have never planned this out. It's just me acting on, the impossibilities and doubts and fears and moving forward. Mm-hmm. Dr. Tony Evans says this. He says, faith is in your feet. And I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Because if you believe it, you're walking it out.
Yeah. So good. One more question. What do you listen to? Do you have something daily that you listen to?
Yeah. Make the world respect your greatness.
Yeah. Honestly, I listen to it every day.
And, yeah, I do. I have a playlist. It is different. So it just depends on my mood. So sometimes when I'm training or running, I'll listen to podcast episodes, or I listen to audiobooks. I think it's called Blinkist, the 10-minute book.
Yeah.
I listen to that. So I'm okay, I have 12 minutes to get through a book with cliff notes, whatever. And then a lot of times it's instrumentals. It's just instrumentals of peace, almost like baby sleeping music.
Right.
It just puts me in
play in some of your lives when you're
exactly.
Nature. Yeah.
Exactly. So that, and then I have my ratchet playlist too.
Oh, I love
it. that gets me going, So it just depends on the mood. If I want to, I don't know if you listened to the last podcast, but I want to tap into the T-Shell alter ego. It's gonna be a lot of ratchet stuff, And then, but if I want to tap into the Trent, more who I am on a daily basis, a lot of peaceful instrumentals, a lot of things that just speak to my heart on books.
So good. I love it.
All right. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks, John.
Great questions, y'all. Well, I got to go. I want to just come on here and just tap in. I'm not going. I wish I could do this more, but I do have some surprise. I'm going to start bringing some guests on here. But, I like to bring in guests that, the world knows, but I also like to bring in people. Because I'll just tell you this, I probably learn more from everyday people, even though I feel like we're all everyday people, but for a better lack of words, that have taught me so much more than even experts have. And so I like to bring in people through people's experiences. People say who's your mentor? And I'll be life. like whoever, you know, I can learn from. I think so many times we look at a person like, oh, just because they have this platform and, you know, they're expert in this and like they, you know, I can't learn from a person that doesn't have a blue check. Absolutely not. Like if you really open up your mind to learn from the world and learn from what's around you and who's around you, you'll learn so much. I mean, my content is created from that. Like it's created from my own experiences, from experiences that are around me, from experience of other people. And I think you can learn a lot about life. So I just want to tell y'all that because I feel like sometimes we get so wrapped up in this social media crap and you see somebody with a blue check and they preaching that they're expert and all that type of stuff and they selling you the perception and you believe it because you think they're more special than what they are. And no diss to anybody. You know, that's even with myself. Like, I don't want y'all to look up to me like that. I don't want you to think I'm an expert, anything like that. And I know it's not the popular thing to say, you know, for whatever reason, but I want y'all to just see a real individual that's figuring his way out through life, that's sharing some insight that I might have experienced because that's what it's about, man. Like, so I'll never say y'all no perception. That's why I don't be selling y'all, like showing y'all like, you know, different type of stuff and impressing y'all with a car, all this stuff to have y'all think that I'm more than what I am. That's so whack to me. But to each his own. Like, that's my opinion, you know? And I know some people need that and like that and motivates them. It depends where you're at, but that's just not my stilo, man. I just don't get down like that. And I just think it's sad that, you know, we live in a social media world that there's a lot of, you know, and I try to be transparent as I can with y'all. Like, you know, I've struggled through this time. You know, I have, like, mentally. I feel like I haven't been in this place of like, and it's not a bad struggle, but I wake up and even in the night, I'm just like, man, I used to not wake up like this. So I'm stressed too. I'm worried too. There's a lot going on. You should be. And I'm not afraid to share that with y'all. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I have it all figured out. Like, I'm good through this whole time. Like, just to make you guys like look up to me more. Like, I don't care about all that crap. You know, I don't. I want to show y'all some real experiences because I feel like relatability is what makes you special. I feel like sharing your imperfections is what makes you special. Sharing your concerns and how you deal with emotions really helps people. Nobody's helped through perfection, guys. Like, nobody's helped through perfection. People are helped through progressions, and people are helped with being transparent and sharing their journey and their testimony. So, you know, if you're looking for somebody that's perfect, I ain't the person for you. You're looking for somebody that's super professional, I'm not the person for you. And if you're looking for somebody that's just real, it's going to tell it how it is, that's not going to fake it till they make it, I'm that person. I feel like we need more, not of me on social media. We just need more of that. We just, and we have it, by the way. There's a lot of great people online. So I don't want to like act like I'm the only person. There's plenty of people. But I just see a world, man, full of influencers that don't even know who they are, but they influence everybody else to live a certain type of life. You know, people, you know, even the success talk, like I'm very careful with success talk because, man, here I go. I need to go home. I'm about to do another 30 minutes. But I'm very careful with that, man, because some of us, we think what we missing is followers. We think what we missing is dollars. We think what we missing is a nice house and all those things. Those things are cool. You know, we just built a new house, you know, and something we've been working for. And it really is because I can protect my peace with the sunset and we can be out in the country is the real reason. But, and it's an investment. But a lot of people think if I had these things, you know, then my life would be good. And I want to tell you, it might make your life easier for a short period of time. But if you cannot be fulfilled with nothing, you'll never be fulfilled with everything. Please understand that truth. Please. Please, please, please. I know we look up to a lot of heroes online and we follow a lot of people and we admire them and that's great. I understand it. But I just want to know, like, when you going to look in the mirror and find your own hero? You know, like, everybody breathes like you. Everybody has struggles like you. And again, I understand getting insight and guidance from people because it's needed. I have people I get guidance and insights from, people I consider my mentors and leaders and stuff like that. But it's just like, man, this social media world can like program you so much to like have you compare your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know it. And this is something I had to remind myself of because I felt like I was, dang, I gotta get home. Maria's about to hit me up. Maria, I'm sorry, babe. I gotta get this off my heart. But I feel like even with myself, man, like during this time, I felt like I was comparing myself too much. And I didn't even realize it. Like I felt like I was like, you know, I just felt like I don't know. And I feel like social media really programs us to do that. And you start to think about, like, you start to think that you're missing something because you're not doing what that person is doing, not even knowing if that's real or not. Like I said, people are so great at selling perceptions. It's crazy because they know perception sells. And so I just want you to be mindful, man. When you log on this app, like, don't be, even with my family, like, you look at our family and you're like, oh, I wish I had a family. Don't say you wish you had, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, you don't know. You know, my family is beautiful. We are beautiful. What you see is what you see is real. But you don't know. Like, you don't know what people go through behind closed doors. You don't know what people deal with. You don't know what people's struggles are. Like, people say, Trent, I wish you had my life. You don't know what I go through every single day. You don't. You know, and it's just, I just feel like we have to learn how to appreciate ours. As J. Cole said, love yours. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be a bigger house. Always going to be a better car. Always going to be something better, right, in this world. And until you learn to love yours, until you learn to appreciate what you have in life, your life will always feel incomplete. A guy in Fiji once told me, you know, when you learn to appreciate everything you have, you realize that you have everything that you need. And so I will always preach that message to you, because even right now, we're in a mental health crisis, people. Like, we're not I'm not going to say we're not. We are in a physical health crisis, by the way, but we're in a mental health crisis more than anything. And mentally, people are being destroyed. And some of us don't even know it. Like, even myself, I had to sit back and realize, like, why do I feel this way? Like, why do I feel anxious? Like, where is this coming from? And I would wake up and I just would feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I was feeling depressed. And me, yes, Mr. Rehab Time, Trent Shelton. And I want to share this because I want to let you know that you're not alone. And I had to, like, really understand my emotions, like, ask them, why am I feeling like this? So I had to log off the app. So I felt like I was, like, looking out and seeing all this stuff, whether it was real or whether it was not, and it was just making me feel less about my life, you know? And that's a real thing. No matter what you have, realize this. No matter, I just want you guys to get this message, man. Some of y'all might not feel this at all, but please, I know it's for somebody out there. I want to take this. This is a person that's 13 million people that follow him. Me, so for Facebook, Instagram together, I think it's like 14 million, close to that, right? It will never be enough. I've had close to 1 billion video views. It will never be enough. It will never be enough. It will never be enough. And that's not to tell you to not to work hard, not to progress. I feel like we should do all that, get the most out of our life, be the greatest version of ourselves, hence the greatest you. But if you're thinking that money in your bank account, you're thinking that significance, all these things will make you fulfilled, it is not. And I learned that by I was in the NFL. I had everything that I wanted. And I was the emptiest I've ever been in my life, ever. Why do you think you see people commit suicide? Michael Jordan on his documentary, he said, man, I hope y'all heard that part. He was like, if people say they want to be me, try being me for 72 hours. You know, like, you think that you want certain things until you get it. And what's missing is your appreciation for your life. And yes, blessings happen. You know, finances get better. All those things are great, man. Like, I get it. I understand it. Like, those things are blessings. But those things can't be the things that control your worth and determine how you feel about yourself. All right? So strip away all of that. If you got to log off of social media for a while and really focus on you, do that. I had to do that because I got tired of seeing, like, just all that stuff. And I had to focus back on what I needed to do with my life. So I just wanted to share that, man, because we live in a facade society. Like, social media is entertainment. Entertainment sells. Not education, not inspiration necessarily, but entertainment. People say, like, how do I go viral? I can go viral right now if I wanted to, easily. It's not hard to go viral. People lose their self-respect every single day going viral. We see it right now with, you know, I hate to bring it up, but even with 6ix9ine, you see it, right? You see what people truly care about. People care about being entertained, and whose fault is that? Is it the person that's doing it, or is it the consumer's fault because we pay attention to it, right? People care about entertainment. You do something ignorant, you'll get attention. But is that really worth it? Is it really worth to lose yourself to be who the world wants you to be? And I'll tell you this. When you get love from being who you're not, you will continue to lose who you are. When you get love from being who you're not, you'll continue to lose who you are. You gotta ask yourself what's worth it, man. And I've talked to my grandparents, I've talked to elderly people, and I got a good idea on what really matters in life. And I'm always gonna prioritize that. And so I just wanted to share that from my heart, man, because I know the battle that a lot of people face, man. And I know the subconscious battle that a lot of people face. And I know we look up and we idolize and we admire people. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, like, do that, but, like, you don't know their life, man. You know, I know a lot of people, and trust me, you don't know their life. You don't know the things that they deal with. And so, like, your life could be a blessing. Like, you having what you have could be a blessing. And don't determine your blessings by what you have, honestly. Like, people think, oh, I'm blessed because I have a car. I'm blessed because I have this. Those things are good to have. Like, don't get me wrong. But blessings are health. Blessings are love. Blessings are your family. Blessings are the things that money can't buy. Like, don't lose sight of that, especially in these times where people are losing their job, unemployment is at an all-time high, and it's hard to deal with. But don't lose sight of what really, really matters truly in this life. And you have to ask yourself that question, because I can't answer that for you. But if you ask yourself, what would truly matter at the end of your life? If you were on your deathbed, if you had a day to live, like, what would really matter? Like, what would you spend your time doing? What would you spend your time doing? It's a question I ask myself very often. And that's why I battle with so many things within myself as far as, like, do I do this? Do I do that? And when I have these battles, these internal conflicts and wars within myself, we all have, because the greatest battlefield is right here. I ask myself that question. Like, at the end of my life, if I had one day to live, how would I spend my time? And I know exactly how I would spend my time. And I know what I would spend my time on. And so I refuse to live my whole life prioritizing things that don't matter and ignoring the things that truly will matter. I'll leave on those words. I appreciate you guys. Protect your peace. I'll try to check in you guys more often, but I'm going to be honest. During this quarantine time, I'm creating different stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming, rehab films and everything, but you probably haven't seen a lot of new videos from me and stuff like that, because I'm taking this time to enjoy with my family. Who knows when we'll be locked in the house together again like this, where the kids can be at home. And I'm not saying you got to operate like I operate. You know, what's important to you, what's important to you. Do what you feel, what you must. But just think about that quote that I said, okay? Peace out, guys. I love y'all, man. Let's get it. It's rehab time. New merch coming soon, though. Y'all about to be in a surprise for this, all right? Let's get it.